What's going down? What's going down? Coming at you with a new video, new day. Today I'm interested in talking about how everyone I know is like, I'm all about that paper. I'm all about that paper. All I want is cash when cash is trash. What I mean is that every fiat currency fails. The US has been dominant for about 80 years and it's well beyond its fail cycle. So here are a few facts. People say I don't give enough value, so here's some facts. In October, the IMF, the International Monetary Fund, is supposed to announce a replacement for the US dollar as the world reserve currency. Use Google instead of dismissing what I'm talking about. September is the end of a religious cycle known as a Sammata in Jewish circles. It's end of a financial cycle. September is also when the Pope is supposed to visit the United States and talk about world change to the United Nations. We are right now in a global financial change cycle, meaning that the greatest transfer in history is happening right now. You're either a part of it or you are being passed by it, because if all you have is paper money and all your income is locked into cash, then when cash loses its purchasing power, you also lose. So the smart thing to do is to diversify so that all your holdings are not in cash. Any smart investor will tell you to diversify. I'm not saying something negative, nor am I saying something that will hurt you. Diversify in tangible assets. Focus on assets, not on cash. Get cryptocurrencies. Get gold as money. Gold is another form of currency. The US dollar that you also worship and praise as God used to be backed by gold. I know no one pays attention to history, no one reads a book, but it was only 1971 when gold was removed from the US dollar. So you're so against gold, but at one point in time, gold was coupled to the dollar. Not to mention, when money first started, money was a claim note for gold that you had on deposit in a bank. So that's the history of money. It started as a representation of physical gold that you have. It was easier to carry around the money. It was representation of the gold. You could keep the gold at the bank. You didn't have to tug around gold. So now I'm saying diversify, move out of cash, because cash is trash. Everyone around me is sold out for cash. I'm all about that paper. Show me the money. No one is saying show me the gold. I'm all about that gold. I'm all about diversifying. I'm all about leverage. I'm all about working smart instead of working hard. I'm all about team and group economics. I'm all about empowering people financially. And that empowerment doesn't come from linear income that you make on a job. It comes from group economics. It comes from microeconomics. It comes from leveraged income, where you participate in a system that allows you to make $4,000 a week. So this is the best of both worlds. Not only are you accumulating gold, you are in a leveraged system that pays you every Friday on a global MasterCard. That's private issue. And guess what? You have the opportunity to earn $4,000 a week while you gain your gold. So you're trying to accumulate 1,000 grams of gold, and in the process, you elevate to the point where you're getting free gold from the company. The gold that you do acquire eventually doesn't come out of your pocket, it comes out of your commissions. Everything I'm talking just makes sense. I'm talking about diversification through a free method, through a group shared method, and to a way in which most of your accumulation becomes free. Oh, I don't want gold. Well, everything that everybody tells me. Okay, you know what? Here's the deal. I'm just going to have to keep talking to people until somebody is interested in gold. Maybe when a dollar crash, all of a sudden you'll be interested in gold. But guess what? By then it's going to be too late. Because if you don't move your assets out, if you don't move your income out of a dying medium before, guess what? Done deal. You know, if you paid attention to world news, before we invaded Iraq, we made an announcement. And in CIA circles, there are people who knew that we were going to invade Iraq. It's just that simple. Before it hit CNN, there were people who already knew. So the people who had money, paper money, with Saddam's face on it, were moving out of that money because they knew that after U.S. invaded, it wasn't going to be worth anything. So when you pay attention and you're prepared for chaos, there's an opportunity, and there's an opportunity to not only succeed, an opportunity to propel yourself. And that's all I'm saying, people. I'm saying be prepared, step into the new century, wake up and see that there's a currency world going on right now, and that the experts are saying that it's not about when the dollar crash, but it's not about if, it's about when. Okay? So don't hold all your eggs in one basket. Get other assets. Acquire 1,000 grams of gold currency. Acquire cryptocurrencies. Acquire land. Acquire diamonds. Acquire more than just cash, because cash is toxic and losing value, losing purchasing power. You know, when we get to the point of Zimbabwe's economy, then you're going to scratch your head. Well, what are you talking about, Zimbabwe's economy? Hyperinflation hit. You know, there's two things that are saving the U.S. dollar right now, and this is where I'm going to end this. One is the petrol agreement with Saudi Arabia, and that's being challenged. And the other is the fact that the U.S. dollar is the world reserve currency. Because we don't have a GDP, our major exports are porn and recyclables. And that's not sustainable as a country. So as soon as the two things that save the U.S. dollar are removed, then guess what? Hyperinflation hits, Zimbabwe becomes America, Greece becomes America, Cyprus becomes America, because we cannot be 18 and 19 to $20 trillion in debt and think that there's never going to be repercussions. Americans have their head in the sand and believe the lies on the news, when the fact is you can't spin that far into the red and think that no one is going to do anything about it and think that there will be no repercussions. 2007 was a mathematical correction based on the negative monetary policies that we have in effect. And there is nothing about our policies that have changed since 2007. So guess what? Mathematically, there will be another correction, but this correction will be in other sectors and much bigger. So I'm mind boggled at the ignorance level of I want cash people in this world. Mind boggled. Diversify, diversify, diversify. Earn income outside of the US dollar, because the commissions paid in the money business, the gold bullion business, is not paid in US dollars. understand the world we live in.